Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Right now, unseen forces are standing beside you, waiting for you to recognize the power that has always been within you. This isn't just any moment. This is a defining one. It's not by chance that you're here, listening to this message. Look at history's great leaders. Their path wasn't smooth. They didn't follow trends. They carved their own way. You're being asked to do the same. But here's the truth. Carving your own path isn't for the faint of heart. It's not about doing what's popular. It's about doing what's purposeful. It's about walking into places others avoid, confronting challenges head-on, and knowing that your steps are guided by something much greater than human logic. But before we dive in, I want you to hear this truth straight from Scripture. Psalm 139 verse 16 says, "Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." Think about that for a second. Every single day of your life, every challenge, every triumph, every shift was already known by God. Nothing about your journey is random. Even when it feels like you're lost, God already saw this moment. This is a message of assurance. God is not guessing about your life. He already knows the path. In moments of doubt, remember that nothing takes him by surprise. Your path is unique, and the reason it feels different is because you're walking in alignment with something much greater than yourself. You're walking on a divine path, a path that was written before you were even born. Let that sink in. Every obstacle, every delay, every so-called setback is already accounted for. Let's tap into something extraordinary, a revelation of who you truly are. You're not just someone trying to get through life. You're being called. You are one of the anointed. And when you grasp this, everything changes. We'll break down the signs, the whispers from God, and the undeniable evidence that your destiny is shifting into focus. If you've been feeling restless, uncertain, or even a little afraid, that's good. It means you're on the edge of something magnificent. Do you feel it? That internal stirring, that unease, that sense that something big is on the horizon? That's not anxiety. That's the call to greatness. Stick with me to the end, because this message isn't just another reminder. It's a moment of awakening. You may find yourself coming back to this message more than once, and that's okay. Each time you do, it will reveal more of what it truly means for you. This one is important, so make sure to like the video and share it to reach other chosen ones who may need to hear this. Sometimes all it takes is one message to shift a person's entire perspective. So get comfortable, be open, and let's begin. The whispers you can no longer ignore. Have you ever noticed those moments where your heart knows something long before your mind does? That quiet, inner voice that speaks to you in stillness? It's not random. It's not just thoughts. It's God's guidance calling you. You're being activated. John 10, verse 27 says, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me." That voice you hear isn't just intuition. It's God calling you to step forward. Sometimes it comes as an idea, a dream, or a feeling that just won't go away. And guess what? That's how it's supposed to be. God speaks to us in subtle ways, urging us toward paths we didn't even know we were prepared for. This is the beauty of God's voice. It doesn't shout. It whispers. This is where most people stop. They doubt it. They overthink it. But you are being called to trust. Why? Because something greater is trying to align with you. Imagine standing at the edge of a forest trail. It's foggy. You can't see the end of the path, but something inside you knows you're meant to walk it. That is the feeling right now. But here's the secret. The trail clears as you walk. Every step you take in faith reveals more of the path. You may not see 20 steps ahead, but you will see the next step, and that's all you need. This isn't about hoping something will happen. It's about knowing it's already happening. The whispers aren't random. They're tailored just for you. It's not about seeking confirmation from others, because their path isn't yours. Your calling is personal, handcrafted by God. If God wanted them to see it, He would have shown them. But He didn't. He showed you. If you've been seeing numbers repeat, if you've felt strange coincidences lining up, or if you've experienced sudden bursts of insight, that is the call. Stop questioning it. You're being prepared for something much greater than you realize. Trust that whisper. Trust that feeling. It's leading you somewhere beautiful. The signs aren't random. They're markers on your path, placed there by God Himself. The test of courage. Why you can't turn back now. Now you've felt it. The fear, the doubt, the what if it doesn't work out thoughts. Let me be the one to tell you that fear is not a sign to stop. It's the greatest sign to keep going. Fear wouldn't show up if you weren't on the edge of something significant. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. Every person called to greatness faces this exact moment. The voice of fear will tell you, you're not ready. But here's the truth. You are ready. You've already been through too much to stop now. Think of the lioness. She doesn't wait for the perfect moment. She doesn't look for the approval of the herd. She knows. The lioness moves with certainty because she trusts her instincts. And that's you. God gave you instincts for a reason. Your intuition is a tool, not a flaw. Right now, it might feel like you're putting in effort, but seeing no results. This is the energy of planting seeds and waiting for the harvest. You might be tempted to walk away, but understand this. The moment before your breakthrough is when doubt speaks the loudest. There are people around you who won't understand your moves. Some will think you're wasting time or making poor choices, but they don't see what God has placed inside of you. They're not meant to see it. This path isn't for them, it's for you. No one sees the lioness training her cubs in the wild. No one witnesses her patience, her strategy, but when she roars, the entire jungle takes notice. You are stepping into this moment. No one needs to get it but you. This is why it takes courage, because it's a solo journey. But know this, you're not walking alone. God is walking with you. So keep watering your seeds, keep taking the next step, and do it even if you're afraid. The enemy's biggest trick is to make you think the delay is a denial. But a seed grows under the surface before it ever sprouts. You are the seed that's about to break through. Don't stop now. Answering the call, the anointed always lead. If you've felt unsure of your place in this world, I have news for you. You weren't made to fit in. You were crafted to stand out. You weren't created to blend in with the masses. Every leader feels isolated at first. Every chosen one feels the sting of not being understood. But guess what? That is the calling. You're not here to follow. You're here to lead. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs you in your truest form. But here's the twist. The enemy will use distractions, doubts, and even people closest to you to pull you off course. Stay alert. It's not personal. It's spiritual. Not everyone can recognize an anointed one when they see one. The very fact that you're misunderstood is proof that you're set apart. Listen, you've been equipped with gifts, your intuition, your vision, your ability to sense things others can't. Those are not flaws, they're tools. Every anointed one is given tools for the mission. When you rise, others rise too. Your courage will inspire them to believe in their own potential. Your light will remind them of their own light. This is why God needs you to stand tall. The mission isn't just for you, it's for every person you're destined to touch. Breathe that in for a moment. You are the anointed one. The whispers you hear aren't random. The courage you need is already inside of you. And the call you feel, it's real. God's timing is never wrong. Walk boldly, knowing He's lighting the way. If this message touched your spirit and you feel led to support its reach, you can tap the thanks button below. Every action of faith carries a ripple effect, and your support helps this message find other chosen ones who need it most. Stay blessed, stay faithful, and remember, you were chosen for this moment. Thank you for staying with me till the end. If this message resonated with you, remember to like the video, subscribe, and join this beautiful community.